All right, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to show you how I made these pieces. So I wanted to get some really cool water effects going on, trying to do a couple like beach and ocean scenes. And I played with this technique quite a bit, and I just wanted to walk you guys through it and show you how I ended up getting this kind of look to the jelly plate. So I'm going to start off with some white gesso, and I'm using my fan brush for this technique. You can use other brushes. I just kind of like the way that this one works for me. And I'm going to mix the gesso and the paints up with quite a bit of water. I want it to get a pretty thin consistency, to the point where, it covers all of the bristles, but I can kind of see each individual bristle. And this is something you just kind of have to play with. I'm trying to show you kind of what it looks like there. But once I have that mixed up, I'm just going to paint across the jelly plate. And you'll notice that it will start to pull apart. And that's because of the amount of water that I used. That's too much water for the jelly plate to handle. So it will start separating and giving these really cool watery effects. So without letting that dry, I'm just going to go in and work my way from that white down to a darker blue. And I'm just using folk art craft paints here. You don't need any expensive or fancy paints for this. And you'll notice it kind of gets to where it's not spreading out as much as I want it to. And that's okay because of the amount of water that we use. This stays wet for a really long time, so you can continue to work on it. And what I do is I just add water on top where I want more separation to be. And then I can pick that up with a paper towel and it'll pull away, pretty much doing the exact same thing that the water did. So if you're struggling trying to get that consistency where it starts to pull apart on its own, you can kind of get away with doing it yourself. On the other side of it, if you find that you're adding too much water and it's pulling apart way too much, literally all you have to do is add more paint into your mixture. It can be a little hard. It's a little tricky, but it's a lot of fun once you get used to it. And because of the amount of water that we use to do this technique, it is going to take quite a while to dry. So I definitely recommend working on more than one project while you're doing this, or else you're just going to be sitting there staring at paint drying, which is not always fun. But it is kind of fun to see, the effects and how they start spreading apart and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe you guys want to watch it, but I definitely recommend working on at least one other thing while you're doing this. So yeah, once that's done, I'm going to let it completely dry, and then we're going to work on just some layering. So once that is completely dry, and you can see it changed quite a bit even from what you saw, that's because with the water pulling it over time, it will change. So I'm going to put a little bit of a darker sandy color underneath the bottom of the water. I just kind of like the way that looks. And I'll let that dry really quickly. And then I'm going to pull with the lighter sand color. Okay, so I let that rest for about 10 minutes. It feels good now, so we'll go ahead and pull. And then I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a close-up on it just so you can better see the details and stuff. But you can see starting here, the little bit of a darker color underneath the waves just really gives it a lot of dimension. It's quite fun. So then I'm just going to quickly show you a couple extra ones that I did. I've been playing with this for a couple of days, so I have tons of these, but I'm just going to showcase a few of these here, and mostly this one and the next one because I wanted to show you the variety you can get by playing with this. So I did a little bit more oceany themes in those ones, and got much smaller details by using a smaller brush with a little bit extra water. So there's tons of ways to play with this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it was lots of fun and wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.